Hey everybody, it is Adam here again with another Carter Beauford drum kit update for 2021. I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, not getting this virus, even though it seems like it's getting harder and harder to avoid it. So anyway, with that said, Dave Matthews Band is thankfully back on tour this year, and Carter had a few updates to the kit. Nothing really major this year that Henry did for him, and so I thought I would kind of go over those. I've had a few people kind of asking what changed on the kit for the year, what snares he's using, anything changed cymbal wise or anything like that. And so we are here in the gym at our church. Our church is going under a pretty much complete renovation, and so we're here in the gym. If it looks like a little weird backdrop or anything like that, but anyway, so we're having services in here, and I use my Beauford kit. It stays set up here at my church. Obviously I don't use the entire kit with our worship music, but I come up here and practice and all that. But anyway, like I said, not much has changed on the kit this year. We'll go back here and get kind of started on everything that did change. And we'll do a whole kit tour, heads and all that kind of thing this time. I think I kind of skipped that last time. Anyway, so I guess we'll start from left to right like we always do. And if you guys have any questions that I may skip over, or you may have more questions about, just leave a comment below and I will definitely get back to you on it. So first, left to right, this is one of the changes this year. Carter usually had, or for the last couple years, he's had a, and all these cymbals are Zildjian before I get through that as well. Anyway, Carter's had a 18-inch A Custom EFX cymbal with a 12-inch spiral stacker on it. This year, Henry moved it down to a 16-inch A Custom EFX with no spiral stacker on it. I noticed when Dave and Carter did the Charlottesville sessions that they released, Carter didn't have any EFX cymbals on the kit, and I kind of thought Henry just had those on, you know, for recording. They didn't want any rattling done since it was just Carter and Dave, but apparently that translated to the live kit as well, and so that's I guess an interesting little change. Anyway, I've got a 16-inch S Trash Crash here instead of the EFX, and the reason I went with that is I have cracked two of the EFX cymbals with the they've got the oblong holes in them, and actually I have, there's my EFX right there that I took down. Anyway, they've got these long oval holes in them, and I've cracked two of those, and so this time I went with a an S Trash Crash, and it's just got holes in it. And for these to be kind of a mid-range cymbal, they sound just as good as the EFX. You know, when you get those trashy cymbals, they can kind of sound kind of however, but this one sounds really good in its place, and I'm probably not going to be as prone to cracking it, hopefully. But anyway, 16-inch A Custom EFX is here for the year. The 20-inch A Custom Flat Ride is still here, lowered a little bit with a 6-inch A Custom Splash on top. Ride cymbal is still the 22-inch K Custom Medium Ride. Above that is the 19-inch A Ultra Hammered China. Hi-hats are still the 14-inch A New Beats. Henry puts 2 or 3 pieces of tape on the underside of the top hat. He told me that the New Beats, they were getting a little brash and bright sounding in the mix, and so he kind of tamed them down a little bit, putting some tape under there. And it does work. It does mute them just a little bit, those really high frequencies that are kind of annoying. But that's his current hat still. The little bell tree, splash bell tree I call it here, is an 8-inch K Splash with a Cymbal, 6-inch Cymbal upside down, and then the Chinese wedding bell on top. If you've seen my other videos, this thing sounds nearly identical to Carter's. Let me give you a little sound sample of it here, because this is a famous little bell. And you'll remember that in a couple songs, Satellite, Proudest Monkey, Digging a Ditch, that sort of thing. This is a Japanese wedding bell, and it is nearly identical to Carter's. Carter's is a little bit bigger and wider, but sound-wise, they sound almost identical, so I'm very proud to have that little thing. Crashes, this is the 18-inch K Dark Medium Thin Crash, and the 19-inch K Dark Thin Crash. He's had these up for a while now. Splash is, the main one's a 10-inch A Custom. The splash stack over here has changed a little bit. Actually, I don't think it did from my last video. Anyway, Carter's got a 6-inch A Custom on this first stack with an 8-inch A Custom under it. And then he's got an 8-inch A Flash Splash, which is what this is. This is just the prototype before they came out. I've had this one for since they came out, and it's a pretty cool little splash. And then Carter's got a 10-inch I Splash, Zildjian's new budget line. Kind of interesting to see that symbol there. But anyway, Henry threw a 10-inch I under here. I've got a 10-inch A Flash Splash here in its place. Another change for the year is the 14-inch K Mini China does not have a spiral stacker on it anymore. Henry told me last time when he told me he was doing that they wanted that little China that they had back in the earlier days, 2005 or so, and it had rivets in it. And so they got another one and put a spiral stacker on it to get that sound again. Well, anyway, they took them off this year, and so it's just the regular little mini China there this year. And then the 21-inch A Ultra Hammered China. Carter pretty much uses these as crashes now, both of these Chinas. Just adds a real aggressive crash sound, and then he rides it like he used to do back in the day. And so that is the cymbal changes for the year. We will start with percussion now. He's still got the 13x7 Donette titanium timbali over here. This is a Pearl 13x7 Elite brass timbali. His left floor tom is a custom model that Yamaha made specifically for him, and it is a 15x15. And this is just a 16x16 Yamaha Power V Special. It was a really cheap, like $30 tom that I got, but it's really good sounding actually. And it matches the recording customs perfectly with the longer lugs and all that. And Carter's 15-inch floor tom is not black stain on the inside. His is natural as well. And then he's got a custom Carter Beauford logo on his 15-inch tom over here, so that's kind of cool. He's had that there since I think around 2012, and so that's kind of cool. Drums are still the Yamaha recording customs, tried and true. He only switched to the Phoenix line in 2010, and they lasted through half of 2012 before they switched back to the recording customs. They kept the recording custom, the Phoenix kick until mid 2015, and then, no, all of 2015, I think they kept the Phoenix kick. And then when the new recording custom line came out, Henry said that they just sound absolutely phenomenal. And so Carter's got the new Chinese made recording custom drums, and they do sound really good. He said they just took everything from the recording custom line that was in Japan and just improved everything on it. And so they are really, really liking those new recording custom drums. And so we'll get with the sizes. First is an 8x7 This is a 10 by 7.5, a 12 by 8, 14 by 12, and then a 16 by 15 floor tom. Mine's a 16 by 16. They didn't have 16 by 15s, but I don't really think a 1-inch depth makes that much of a difference. But anyway, and then the 20 by 16 bass drum. And so those are the drums. Snare drums are, Carter's got the Ludwig 14 by 6.5 Alex Van Halen signature rosewood, and he's had that one up for, I think he started using it towards the end of 2014, and he used it in 2012 for a while as well, and then they went back to the Black Beauty, and now he's got the rosewood back up here. And a cool thing about the rosewood that he's got now, he's got 2 Alex Van Halen signature rosewoods, and the one that he's using now, Henry wanted a second one for backup, and I was lucky enough to find them one, and Henry got it, and so now I kind of helped them find the one that he's using. So that's kind of cool to have a little bit of part of the actual kit and then be using it. So this is a Pearl Masterworks special edition limited. It's a 14 by 6.5 Santos rosewood as well, and the drums look exactly the same. Like Carter's snare looks exactly like this. This one just has gold hardware, and Carter's has just regular chrome. And so these are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful looking and sounding snare drums. They're very rare, very expensive, and so I'm very lucky to have this one. Carter's side snare is a 10 by 7 pork pie P-Lux mahogany. Henry's had that one on the kit for a little while as a little accent snare here and there. He uses it. He doesn't use it very often, but he'll do it on some drum solos here and there. This is a pork pie 10 by 7 maple and walnut, and it's just a cool little addition to use, just throw in here and there. And I believe that is it for the drums. Oh, I forgot percussion. I started over here and then I went off on a different route. Anyway, there's the timbali. The other percussion is the LP signature Travis Barker cowbell and the red jam block and the LP granite blocks, and then the 72 bar whole tone chimes. And Carter has quit using those quite as much. He doesn't use them on crash anymore. He just really kind of rarely touches them. He's almost stopped using them on satellite intros. It's kind of interesting how little he's using those lately. I guess he's just wanting to switch things up after playing them so long the same way or something. Another change that's very interesting for the year is the bass drum beaters. For years, I think since 2005 when they came out, Carter had these DW hardcore beaters, and they're really cool. They've got a really soft foam around this little hard core center. It's plastic, and so it got a really good slap, and so I guess they're wanting to get a little bit of a I don't know, more punchy, if you could, sound without being so clicky. And it really does make a difference with these felt beaters. Anyway, Carter's got the new, or they're not really new now, but they're the DW, what are they called? The control beaters, that's what they are. And you can, basically, they're kind of customizable. You can spin the felt top there. You can spin it and put a different head on, a different felt, or they got a plastic version that you can put on there, and you just spin those on. And then these beaters also have weights that you can put in, and you can kind of customize how heavy your beater is. I believe Carter's just got one weight in the top, which is what I have, which is what I kind of prefer. I kind of like a lighter beater. Just enough weight to give you some thump. And Carter and I both have a Throne Thumper system. This is a Porter and Davies, and Carter's got some version. I think it's a tactile sound. He may have a Porter and Davies now. I can't really remember. But anyway, these beaters do affect your seat a little better than these hardcores. I can feel more kick in my throne now. And so every time I hit this bass drum, it travels through this box through to my seat here, and I feel my bass drum, which allows me to play better and feel the, feel the kick or whatever. And so there's the other update of the kick beaters. And Carter's got the 9000, the DW 9000 pedals. I have the machined USA pedals. This is the direct drive hi-hat, and then I've got the chain version of the double pedal here. And Henry tried the machine direct drive pedals, and I don't think Carter liked them. I didn't like the direct drive either. I swapped them out pretty quickly for the chain version. I guess because I played chains all my life, they just feel better. The direct drive was really weird feeling to me. It had no power or articulation really for me, but it's really a personal preference. But I did the chain version. But anyway, that's what I'm using. Carter's got the 9000s. His double bass work lately is just incredible. I don't understand how he thinks to do some of the stuff he does with his feet, but it's absolutely incredible. Anyway, I do believe that is it for the year. Like I said, not much changed, but here's kind of a look around the entire kit currently. And I'm kind of back up against this wall, so I can't really get a good behind the kit view shot, but anyway, that's the kit from this side. Oh, I guess I need to discuss heads. Somebody asked about that. The Timbali is a smooth Remo. Carter uses Remo drum heads. The Timbali is a smooth white ambassador. Toms are all clear pinstripes. That's the original recording custom drum head, and Henry went back to those, and they've kept them on for quite a while. I think since 2012, 2013, he's had the pinstripes on. Snare, main snare is a coated controlled sound X. The side snare is a coated ambassador. Bass drum is a clear Power Stroke 3. Resonant heads, the kick has a black Power Stroke 3. He's got black Remo Ambassador rezos on all the toms, except for the 8-inch tom. If you can see through there, it has a white coated Ambassador on it, and Henry said it kind of tamed down the highs of the 8-inch tom. And so that's on that. Rezos on the snares are hazy ambassadors. And Carter's got 42 strand wires on his rosewood. I like those a lot better than the regular 20 strands because you can get so much more sensitivity out of your snare. So that should cover, I think, about all of it this year. Let me go around to the front and get another shot, go around the kit. So this is really it for the year. Like I said, if you've got any questions, just shoot me a message down below in the comments and I'll get to it. And so yeah, that should be it for the year. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will update anything that changes. So just shoot me a message if you've got any questions. Thanks, everyone.